Hello Aquarius, welcome to 8,000 Things. Welcome to your reading for April. So this is my last reading for the last month. It is my honor to read for you this morning, this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you might be in the world. I am so happy that you stumbled upon 8,000 Things. Just keep in mind I do personal readings, mfirst@gmx.com. My email is down below. I'm going to do one last shuffle for you, Aquarius, and then I'm going to start with 4 cards for you. So one last shuffle, and then 4 cards for Aquarius, please. One last shuffle and 4 cards for Aquarius, please. One last shuffle and then 4 cards for Aquarius. Last shuffle and then 4 cards. Last shuffle and then 4 cards, please. Let's see. So we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, the Magician, the 6 of Cups, and the World card. Interesting. You know, every time you pull cards, it's always like, what am I going to get? And it's always interesting. And it's funny because my personal readings, everyone walks away saying, thank you, Mali. That was interesting. And I'm just like, okay. The 10 of Wands in reverse. I think it's a matter of being open to your blessings and understanding that your past creates your future. So it's about manifesting things that are healthier for you, Aquarius. But understanding that you also have to let your guard down in order to appreciate or let in the blessings. That's what I'm getting. And more than anything, with this 6 of Cups card, it tells me that you understand that you have to make peace with your past in order to inform and create a new future for yourself. You know, when you have when you look at things in retrospect and you look back on the decisions you've made and the choices you've made, one of the best decisions you will make is letting down your guard and being open in order to be able to manifest. And that comes with experience, that comes with being more knowledgeable about your mistakes, as well as the things you feel as though you failed at, in order to create a better future for yourself. That's how this is coming across. Letting your guard down, opening up, being receptive so that you can easily manifest, and learning from the past in terms of not necessarily being one who would not open up or not be vulnerable. I think that's what's coming at me really, really hard, especially with this 6 of Cups card. It's an understanding that you need to work with what you're given, both good and bad. And it's that looking at things in hindsight, it's like, had I let my guard down, had I let my myself be vulnerable. Yeah, that's how it's coming across to me with this 10 of Wands cards that started your reading. No longer being tied to the things that you strongly believe that you'd have to account for or be accountable or responsible for. It seems as though it was a farce, but it seems as well that you've learned this and you're understanding that it was probably the biggest blockage to you manifesting what your dream life, manifesting the world, being a part of the creative process in terms of your dreams, from birth to the end. And this, I believe, also is strongly related to your personal relationships and who you aspire to be. You know, what you hope to create for yourself and for your legacy and for the people around you. That's what it feels like. It really feels that way. And I think starting off this strong with, a 10 of Wands, it's just, it's understanding that progress is a give and take. As dynamic as fire is, at some point it has to be created by someone or something, and at some point it dies. And that's that understanding where you're coming full circle. It's an interesting reading for you, Aquarius. Like, sometimes I feel like with Aquarians, you take them at face value, and it's just like, at other times it's like, actually, no, they are very interesting people. And so, if anything, this is the beginning for you in terms of sparking that creative energy, that creative juice. Because it's I don't think this is with the Wands and 10 of Wands, I don't think it's a destructive energy. I think, if anything, this is you understanding that I'm actually orchestrating everything. I should learn from the fact that I thought that I couldn't manifest. Because look, if I'm learning from my past, I'm creating a new world. That's what I'm doing. And that's the energy I should be in. Okay, I want 3 more cards for Aquarius, please. Can I get 3 more cards for Aquarius, please? 3 more cards. Let's go for it. Okay, got the Ace of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers card. And what did I say about it being about relationships, and that kind of perspective? More cups. So we're definitely in a mindset where we are feeling, Aquarius. But let's not get into because it's interesting that the Ace of Cups came out in reverse right next to the 8 of Wands. And 8 of Wands is in reverse too. And sometimes I feel like this card is a little deceptive, the 8 of Wands. Because it seems like people who are flying, like 2 people who are flying over wands. Like, they seem to be a hybrid between men and birds. And that's really interesting. Because it's like they're not meeting in the middle the way they should. It's like, are you human or are you birds that are flying over 8 wands? Like, what is this? And I think that relationship, especially in this reading, it's coming out quite prominently. That relationship is not quite working the way it was supposed to. Are you a bird or are you human? And I think that's where, the Lovers card right next to it is just like, this new way of manifesting / understanding your past mistakes is going to help as you navigate your relationships, which have been kind of wonky. And at some points you are emotional and you are emotionally invested, and then at other points you're strange. You couldn't be bothered. You're doing your Aquarius thing of being Ray Charles to the BS. And it's like, but that's not the way it works. You can't pick and choose when you're involved or when you're self-involved. You can't pick and choose who you want to be. That's not fair. You have to present yourself as you are. And that's why the Lovers, for some reason, the 2 men who are just like floating on a bed of flowers, and it's, you know, with their backs faced to each other in this reading particularly standing out. Why aren't they looking at each other? Where's the relation? Backs are touching, but you're faced away looking at other things. And it's just, it doesn't make, you know, I think what more than anything, what this points out to is that it's essential for you to accept your past for what it is and understand that your mistakes spell a renaissance in terms of, especially, it just seems to be screaming at me in terms of relationships, Aquarius. You've got to get it together, otherwise you'll be in this weird space where you present yourself as one thing, you're upset that the other person presents themselves as the other thing, but you came in with the notion where you had expectations, number one, and you also weren't yourself. So how dare you expect someone else to come through with an energy that you're not even matching? So of course you're going to have this overflow of strange emotions where you don't understand where you stand. But it's like, how could you not understand? You give what you get, and you get what you give. That's the way, that's universal law, and that's the way the world works. The world is a lot less complicated than people think it is. If you do right by yourself, you automatically do right by others. Be careful too not to get into a treacherous mindset of being selfish, because you stand to gain nothing from that too. Then you are outraged. How could you be? You should have seen it coming. All right? So work on how you perceive the world, understand your past, and sit there for a while. Sit in your mistakes for a while. Gauge what mistakes you've made in your relationships and take it from there. Thank you for joining me, Aquarius. I can't wait to see you for May's readings. Have a good one.